This is Umar for BoxNation. I'm joined by former world champion. It does seem weird saying that, Anthony Cacace. We'll get onto that. But yeah, massive fight announced here at the launch press conference for you and Wood. It's called the Hurt Game. There's going to be a lot of hurt on May 10th in Nottingham. And you're going into the Lions Den, but you welcome that, Anto.
That's it. It's a complete new experience for me. I've never traveled like to a hostile crowd. You know what I mean? I've never been in this situation, but I'm loving it. You know what I mean? It's another box ticked in the career, and one that we'll see. We'll just see how things go.
Okay. Very respectful between you two up there. There's no sort of bad blood, no history, no nothing personal. It's just a brilliant fight between two top class guys. I said to him, I think you're both actually underrated boxers. We both know you can punch. You're very vicious in there. But at times, are you expecting a bit of a brutal fight in the centre of the ring with Leigh?
I think that first few rounds could be cagey, but I do genuinely believe that it's going to be a war after the first 6 rounds. It's going to be a slugfest.
Yeah, listen, we know what he does. He comes forward, he throws those big looping left hooks. He's got power in both hands. So how do you navigate that around Leigh? Because that seems to be his biggest strength, Leigh Wood.
I'm gonna watch him a wee bit more, over his training camp. But from what I see, we're pretty similar in a lot of ways. So anything that he does, I feel like I do better, and I can adjust. Whatever stakes put in front of me. So I'm not worrying too much about that.
Leigh Wood said that he's going to strangle the confidence out of an in-form Anthony Cacace. It's a big statement to make.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Listen, if he didn't have that sort of confidence, I would be surprised. You know what I mean?
But to strangle the confidence out of you, it's a big thing to say.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's a big thing to say. Like, I mean, I wouldn't even be the most confident person. But listen, fair play to him. He talks a good game, but we're going to have to see what he does in Nottingham on May 10th.
You have been the active fighter in comparison to two brilliant wins over Cordina and Warrington. I can't really think of many guys in world boxing who had a better year than you. Maybe Daniel Dubois might have something to say to that.
Daniel did.
Do you think that is a big advantage for you going into this? Leigh's been inactive.
In a way, judging by Leigh, he doesn't seem to. He's been in the gym, he's been working away, he's doing whatever he's got to be doing. So I don't know Leigh that way, but I know for me, I've had layoffs and get in and get the win. It's just kind of part and parcel of the game.
Absolutely. Ultimately, why does Anthony Cacace beat Leigh Wood?
Because I'm a better fighter. I genuinely believe I'm a better fighter. I'm a more hungrier fighter. Leigh's had his time in the sun, and I believe it's my time now.
I know you'll want to get the win and progress and move forward with things. However, these fights, especially at these weights, featherweight, super featherweight, between two domestic guys who are world level, sometimes we can see them become rematches, even trilogies, and go down in boxing history. If we get a bloodbath or there's a bit of a controversy, even if your hand's raised at the end of the night, are you open to maybe doing a rematch trilogy if the fans want it?
Absolutely. It depends on what way the fight goes, and how it has to be a good fight for a rematch. So we're going.
I can't see this not being a good fight.
Yeah, but I mean, styles make fights, and our two styles together can go one or two ways. So we're just going to have to see where it goes.
I have to say, the fan response out of the 3 fights that Queensbury and DAZN announced, obviously that heavyweight card's amazing in April, but the standout fight that boxing fans are most excited about is you and Wood. I don't know if you've seen that response.
I haven't seen it, but it's a great fight. Leigh's beaten some great champions. I've beaten some great champions lately, so it's got all the recipes for a cracker.
How difficult was it, though, to balance the act of making this big fight with Leigh Wood, which you've done, and getting rid of your world title and so your IBF strap?
For me, it's that's the team. I leave it down to Frank and the team, and they sort out the business end of things. But, I've been called a duck a few times online, but, I've explained myself 100 times. It's double the money to fight Leigh Wood, a bigger fight in Britain and Ireland. So for me, it was a no-brainer.
Well, let me just ask you one more question on that, because listen, Sugar Nunes, promoter Eddie Hearn, has been very vocal about the
I know
situation.
he has.
He spoke to Boxing News yesterday. He said that Cacace Wood leaves a bad taste in my mouth because you vacated the IBF. It's
Yeah.
a straight duck.
Right, it's a straight duck. So, is it Eddie telling you? If Eddie's not, I don't think he's telling you the truth. The truth of the matter is that the money was double the money to fight Leigh Wood. I've never sat here and says that, you know, that I would want. I didn't want to make money. I want to make money for my children and my family, and that's for me. That's the most important thing. And the Leigh Wood fight done that for me. Had it been Sugar Nunes and the money was the exact same, the fight would have been made. It's down to Eddie, not me.
Frank actually believes he would do. He's promoting this fight. This is a tougher fight than Sugar Nunes. Do you go along with that?
I do. I've fought them type of styles, like Nunes' styles, my whole life. Because he's got a record of a load of knockouts, whatever he has, 28 wins, 27 knockouts or something, that he's dangerous. Fought it my life. You know, fought them type of fighters my whole life, and another one with a bigger punch power is nothing to me.
I think about even the Joe Cordina win. Eddie's always got something to say about you.
He's always got something to say about me, but I like Eddie, you know, and he's class at what he does. He's a promoter at the end of the day, you know, he says all the right things, but Eddie, you're wrong, lad. You are wrong.
Listen, he's doing his job for his clients. So.
Yeah, absolutely, and I can't knock it. But the facts are, as I stated, for me it's about the money and securing my family's future, and it wasn't there for me with Nunes.
And so, listen, best of luck. Long way to travel here just for a press conference, so appreciate it. We'll see you on Fight Week in Nottingham in the Lions then. Thank you for your time and have a good camp.
Appreciate it, mate. Good man.